This is what our rates are for our business capital. First of all, we don't talk rates, not because we want to mask things, but to the contrary, rates are very confusing. If one person's got a 4% rate on their mortgage and someone else has a 5%, you would think the 4% is cheaper than the 5%, but that's not always the case because you can mask how often it compounds, what's the term, etc. So what we do is we talk total cost of capital. We give the total dollar cost of the capital. So let me give you an example. Let's say someone received $100,000 in funding. All right, we're going to tell them what their total cost is to repay that back. Maybe it's $130,000 you have to pay back. So what's the total cost of capital? $30,000. That's what it costs them. Doesn't matter the rate. It's going to cost you 30 grand. What's good about this is it's easy for the business owner to make a decision. See, if the benefit of getting that 100 grand is a lot more than $30,000 cost, then they proceed. If the benefit is not greater than the $30,000 cost, they say, I'm not interested. Right? So the rate doesn't matter. It's the dollar amount that it costs them. Now, again, people coming to us for capital, they don't have the money themselves. They didn't get it from friends and family, and they can't get approved at a big bank. So we are their only alternative, right? So because we represent all the top providers, we're going to go find them the best cost of capital. Now, generally what happens is, it's called a factor. Generally what happens is you're going to find that it's the funding amount, the amount they're given, times 1.2 if they're really, really strong, all the way up to 1.5 times if they're not as strong, a high risk. So at $10,000 times 1.2 equals $120,000 that they would pay back. So it costs them $20,000 for that 10,000. They don't have to pay back 12,000. Right? So it costs them $2,000 to get that 10. So again, what are you doing with that $10,000? If you're going to have a benefit that outweighs that $2,000 cost, you proceed. If not, you don't. It's really simple. That's how simple we keep it. We don't like to use rates because rates can be confusing, and the compounding and APRs and annualized and all these other things. What we're going to tell you is your total dollar cost of capital. How much money are you looking for? I'm looking for $10,000. How much are you doing a month in sales? I'm doing about $10,000. Okay, if we got you $10,000, what would you do with that? Well, I would do ABC. What would that bring in? An extra 20 grand. Okay, great. Well, if you brought in an extra 20 grand, if we got you 10, and let's say you had to pay back between 12 and 15, would that be worth it? You're bringing in 20 to 25, right? So the 1.2 to 1.5 is the range. So if someone asks me, what are your rates? My answer is, we don't like to talk rates. It's a great question. You probably wonder what it's going to cost you, right? We like to give the total dollar amount cost instead of confusing it or masking it with some low rate. We're going to tell you the actual cost so you can make a quick decision. You get $10,000 from us, it's probably going to cost you between 12 and 15 to pay it back. You get $100,000, you're probably going to pay back 120 to 140, 150, somewhere in there. So if the benefit outweighs that cost, then let's go to the next step. If not, there's no reason to even fill out a pre-qualification. It's really simple. We don't talk rates. We talk total cost of capital in a dollar amount sense. This $10,000 is going to cost you $2,000 to $4,000. So 1.2 to 1.5, that could cost them up to $15,000 for that $10,000, right? So hopefully you understand now how the capital works, but it's not expensive at all if you've got an opportunity that 10 grand is going to launch a whole new product line or buy you a new truck or keep you in business, and you're going to do a lot more than 12 or 15,000 in new revenue from it, and you only have to pay back 12 to 15,000, and you can't get that 10,000 somewhere else. This is opportunity capital for helping people accomplish opportunities they wouldn't otherwise be able to accomplish. Or it's rescue capital to help rescue someone with capital that they otherwise don't have the capital to rescue themselves with. So thank you again for watching. Have a great day.